Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Promoted Sandra. If this is the first time you're coming across my channel, thank you very much for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to draft a basic skirt pattern and as well how to take a basic skirt measurement. So this is going to be a well detailed video and it's also two-in-one video. So I'm going to be teaching you how to take the measurement and how to draft it. Isn't that amazing? So that means you're going to be learning two things in this video so that at the end of the day you don't end up making what I ordered for versus what I got for your client. So if that is something you're interested in, then keep up watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and turn on post notification, and also please help me to share. So the first part is going to be how to take a basic bodice measurement for skirts. So here I have my dummy. So I'm going to be seeing this as my client. So the first thing you want to do when you want to take your client's measurement is to take their waist measurement. This is the first step. How do you take your waist measurement? The first thing you want to do is to place your tape around the waist of your client like this. The waist normally starts where the shape starts from. Okay, so as you can see on this dummy, this is where the shape starts from. Okay, this is the waist. So you're going to place your tape on your client's waist like this and measure it. So what I have here is 25 inches. So this is the waist measurement of this dummy. So the next thing you want to do is to take your client's hip measurement. So you're going to go ahead like this and place the tape around your client's hip like this. So when you place it on it, make sure to pull it down like this. Can you see it? And make sure to pull it up. So when you are pulling it, make sure you hold down your tape like this to know where it stops. So for me, I have 40 inches here. So I'm going to pin it down with my hand like this and pull it up. So as you can see, it can pass through the hip downward and upward. So that is how to take your client's hip measurement. So the next thing you want to do is to take the hip length, okay, from your waist to where the hip is. So determine that you are going to place your tape on your client's waist like this. This is the waistline, right? So you're going to place it down like this. So you're going to see that this is the hip, even if this dummy does not really have hip like that, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So let me just turn it over so that you guys will see it. This one is 9 inches. Okay, some might be 10, some might be 10 and a half, and some might be 11, depending on how tall or short they are. So just go ahead and place it like this on your client and use it. But there is another formula you can use, which is the general formula, which I'll be using for my clients, whether they are tall or short. I normally use 10 and a half inches. So just go ahead and you can make use of the general formula, 10 and a half inches. But some persons will tell you it's 10 inches, some will say 9. But for me, it's 10 and a half inches, and it works for my clients perfectly. So just go ahead and take your client's hole like this. So the next thing you want to do is to take the full length of the skirt. So to determine that, you are going to place your tape on the waist of your client. You're still going to place the tape on the waist of your client. Then you are going to measure how long you want the skirt to be. You are going to ask the client where they want their skirt to end. You are going to place your tape on their body and they will tell you where they want it to end. Okay, so if it's going to be a short skirt, for instance, it's going, maybe the client wanted to end somewhere here like this. So what I have here is 14 inches. You write it down, which is skirt length. Or you can just, if they said, oh, I want the skirt to get to my knee, then you will measure it down to the knee, which is 25 inches that I have here. So if it's going to be a long skirt that is going to start around the waistline down to the ankle, then you will measure it down. So I know you can't see the end of this dummy, okay? So you just take your tape and measure it to the end of the person. This measurement pattern is what you're going to be using, whether you are sewing a flare skirt, straight skirt, or whatever. The difference is the shape of the skirt. So for this measurement I just showed you is for all skirts, whether flare skirt or what, you're going to be needing the hip, the waist, okay? The reason why I'm showing you guys this is because I'm going to be making a lot of skirts this year, different pattern of skirt. You are going to be needing these measurements. I don't want a situation where I'm explaining, okay, this is the hip line, the waistline, and you'll be asking me, oh, how did you get the hip line? How did you get, is my microphone working? Okay, still working. How did you get the length? How did you get that? This is how to take your basic skirt measurement. Okay, so the next video now is going to be how to draft a basic skirt. So that is going to be my next video. So I'm going to take you to my drafting table right away with my pattern paper, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to draft it. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to mark a straight line across my pattern paper, which is going to be serving as the starting guide and also the waistline. So from that line I just marked, I will mark my hip point, which is 10.5 inches, just like I earlier explained to you guys when I was taking the measurement. So from there I will measure the length of the skirt I'm working with. So at this point, if you want your skirt to be a long skirt, you can go ahead and mark it long or short depending on you. So once I was done with that, I will go ahead and mark a straight line across each of these points. So at the down here, I will add my sewing allowance, which is 1 inch. You can go ahead and add 1.5 inch or 2 inches. So I will just add 1 inch and mark a straight line across that point like this. So I will come to the waistline. I will divide my waist measurement by 4. So whatever measurement you are making use of, make sure you divide it by 4, whether you are cutting your pattern paper or your fabric. So my waist measurement is 32. 32 divided by 4 is 8 inches. I will mark 8 inches on this point. Then I will come to my hip line. I will divide my hip by 4. My hip is 44. 44 divided by 4 is 11 inches. Then from my hip measurement, I will minus 1 inch from my hip measurement. So my hip is 44. 44 minus 1 inch is going to give me 43. 43 divided by 4 is what I will mark at the down of the skirt. So go ahead and minus 1 inch from your hip line and divide whatever that is left and mark it at the end of your skirt. So once I was done with that, I'll go ahead and connect the point from the waistline to the hip line like this. Then go ahead and connect from the hip line to the skirt length. Okay, so this is what you're going to have if you do something like this. So I will label it waistline, hip line, and skirt length. So I just want you guys to understand. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to take my dart for the skirt. So how to determine the length of your the wideness of your dart is you're going to be making use of your nipple to nipple measurement. So my nipple to nipple is 8 inches. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I'll mark 4 inches at the waistline. Then I will come down by 6 inches. Okay, like this. So check the screen. You're going to see how to take your nipple to nipple. I'm going to be making a separate video for that. So at this side I will mark ½ inch. I will come to the other side. I will mark ½ inch like this. I will connect the 2½ inch to this 6 inches I mark downward. So that is going to be for my darts. So this is my dart. I will measure the dart. The dart I have here is 1 inch at the end of the day. So I will replace that 1 inch here, and I will also add my sewing allowance, which is 1.5 inch. Total measurement I will have is 2.5 inches. I will mark it at the waistline. I will come to the hip line. I will measure 1.5 inches. I will come to the skirt length. I will measure just 1 inch. I will go ahead and connect all the points together. Then once I was done, go ahead and cut it out. I hope you guys understand. At the waistline I added 2.5 inches because the dart is going to start from the waist, so the dart will not end at the hip line. That's why I did not add 2.5 inches at the hip line. Okay, so I'm done drafting the front, and this is the back. So I will go ahead and mark 2 inches on my pattern paper inward like this at the center back. Okay, like this. I'll mark 2 inches inward. I will connect it using my straight ruler like this. So I'm going to be explaining that part later though, just watch out. So I will place the front pattern on the back like this, and the front pattern is going to be starting from that line I mark, that line I roll, that 2 inches. So I will shift the front pattern paper down a little. I will mark the dart allowance on the back so that we will know where the line is. So I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. So the back is very easy. Just go ahead and place the front, mark the dart allowance, and cut it out.
So I'll go ahead and remove the front pattern from the back, and this is the back pattern. So from that point I marked that I will measure 6 inches downward for our that length. I will go ahead and measure 4 inches from that line I marked, okay, because I want it to be straight and accurate. Then I'll go ahead and connect the dots. So this is what you're going to have for the back. So I'll go ahead and place the front pattern on it like this. I will measure, like I will mark at the hip line. So we're about to do something like this. I'll mark at the hip line. I'll use my ruler to mark a straight line across. Then I will remove the front pattern. I will extend the line to the other side like this. At this waistline here, I'm going to measure 1 inch from that line I marked, that line I ruled. I'll measure 1 inch like this. Then I'll come to the hip line. I'll measure 1.5 inches. Please pay attention to what I'm doing. From this line I'll measure 1.5 inches. From the waistline I measure 1 inch. Then I will come to the skirt line. This part I'll measure just 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and connect the waistline, the point that I marked there, to the hip line like this. So this is to remove zip poking and to remove skirt pocket and the dant. So I'll go ahead and use my straight ruler to mark it like this. So once you are done with your skirt, it's going to be firm on your body. There will not be anything like poking, you know. This part I'm marking is the part I'm going to be cutting at. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So I'll go ahead and cut it at like this. If you don't understand, follow up with what I'm doing, you understand. So once I'm done cutting at the front back, this is the front. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is the pattern for both the front and the back. So I will place the two together like this. I will mark 1.5 inches downward for the band. So I'm going to minus 1.5 inch for the waistband. So you to go ahead and minus 1.5 inches or 2 inches for your waistband. So I'll minus it. I'll just go ahead and mark it like this. After marking it, I'll connect the points together. I will mark a straight line across. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. On my next video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to sew a pencil skirt and also how to shape in a pencil skirt so that it will sit perfectly well on your body. And I hope this tutorial was really helpful. Please, if you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, comment. Okay, this really helped my algorithm a lot. And if you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe, share with your friends, turn on post notifications so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok and Facebook at Promoted Sandra. So guys, I have another YouTube channel where I talk about skincare, finance and level up. If that is something you're interested in as well, I'm going to be leaving the link at the comment section. Please subscribe and watch.
And as well, when you are making a dress for a client that you've never met before, maybe online or in abroad or outside the country, all you just need to do is to tell your clients to take the right measurement I sent to you. You will be the one that will tell them what to take. If possible, make a video with your dummy and tell them, oh, this is the exact measurement I want from you. I need your waist, and you experiment it. Like you will do a video of it and send it down to them so that when they are taking their measurements, they will know the right measurement to send to you. If you're interested in learning more on this channel, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications so whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Like this video, leave your comments. If you have any question, feel free to ask. And if this tutorial was really helpful, just go ahead and leave your favorite emoji or your favorite comments at the comment section. That is the only way you are supporting this channel, and this really means a lot to me. So this really shows if you guys are interested, because if I'm seeing low likes and low views or low comments, that shows that you guys are not interested in this, and I might be discouraged to make something like this next time. Okay, invite all your co-fashion designers to be on this channel, because you know what, we are going to be teaching you back to back. Okay, hope you get that.